Well, everyone, I want to go ahead and hit on a particular iPhone that I just love hating. This is one iPhone that I could just hate on all day, and there's nothing more that I love doing than critiquing this particular decision that Apple made. And this iPhone, as you can probably guess, is the iPhone SE 3, iPhone SE 2022 model. This is why I am so excited for the next iPhone SE to come out and hopefully replace this thing, because this iPhone in so many different ways is a terrible device. I don't like this iPhone at all. And if you own it, I think it's a good phone for owning it here and there, but it is not a good phone if you're planning on using a device on an everyday basis. I just would not recommend going through buying an iPhone like this anymore. Now, the biggest thing to keep in mind here with something like the iPhone SE 3, the 2022 model, is it is severely overpriced for what you're getting. With something like an iPhone SE 3, the biggest thing you have to keep in mind here is that with this particular phone, this is the only iPhone in Apple's lineup that has not gotten a price cut. Other iPhones, all these other devices have gotten many price cuts over time. This particular phone has not gotten a single price cut since it came out, which is absolutely insane. So the fact that that was even happening is pretty crazy in and of itself. And I do think this is, in and of itself, another very important thing to keep in mind. So this right there, if you're going to go ahead and look at an iPhone, this is one of those devices that I'm just not the biggest fan of overall when it comes down to it. So that right there is like one big thing to keep in mind there. Now, on top of that, another very big thing to keep in mind here is the fact that this iPhone, if you're going to go through, look at a device, it just really isn't that, powerful of a phone. And the biggest problem is it's a powerful phone, don't get me wrong, but it feels slow because of that gesture design. Having to constantly go through and click on that home button and having to deal with that is a very big problem. And I do feel like this in and of itself slows this iPhone down a lot. Having to go through and constantly click that home button and all that can be something that can also kind of slow down this particular phone because the gestures aren't really doing that well. So I think that in and of itself is another very big thing and a very big issue that's kind of going on with this particular phone when it comes down to it. So if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, this in and of itself can be another thing that can really greatly slow down your experience with this phone when it comes down to it. So I do think from that side in and of itself, that's another very big thing to keep in mind there too. Beyond that though, I will say with the iPhone SE 3rd generation, it's a very good phone. I feel like this phone, it brought a lot to the table. It did a lot of stuff, but I don't think this is a good phone anymore. And I probably would not recommend the average person to go ahead and buy this phone because it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to go and pick it up in my personal opinion. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.